Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Gatewalkers. Joining me today are these wonderful and amazing people who are my Patreons, who help keep the lights on here, and get to embark upon said quested journey with me into the great wide unknown. Folks, say hello to these amazing players, and players, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yay, it's so good to see you all. Now, before we begin, what is that? I am seeing something. There is someone who's clipped my face and sent it to me for some reason. Okay. Hey, Nemo, it's been a while. How have you been? I hope you've been well. Okay, hold on. I'm a little too high. What's happening? What's happening here? Oh, I was messing around with the stream earlier on. That's why it's happening. My camera's all weird. Anywho, guys, as always, we are here to play a tabletop role-play game, an adventure story in which these lovely and incredible people will be taking on the part of the protagonists of the adventure while I continue to thwart them with monsters and spells and magics and wibbly and wobbliness and all this other cool stuff. But nonetheless, they will face me head on and emerge triumphant because thus is the nature of role-playing games. But more on that in just a moment. To begin, however, we have some people to thank, and that starts with our sponsors, the individuals responsible for making us look, feel, and basically survive here in the Twitch space. First of all, we want to thank our sponsor, HeroForge, for the wonderful art you can see on screen here. All of the character tokens that you can see are made courtesy of an amazing 3D model making software that allows you to design, create, and then 3D print your very own models. And the level of customization that you have is unparalleled. It is honestly so amazing, and the quality of the minis you get are such high quality, you would be foolish to not purchase some yourself. So go and check that out over at HeroForge. Then, of course, we have the lovely folks at Syrinscape, who created a massive soundboard that we get to enjoy whenever we embark on any epic quest. These sounds help immerse my players into the scenes that I create, because every epic game deserves to sound equally epic as well. Sound effects such as the mediation of a negotiation between rival forces, for example, suddenly becomes more intense as soon as we layer the right type of track to the questions that get asked, such as, what's in it for me? Why should I use Syrinscape? Well, let me tell you this. Syrinscape will, nay, it must create a more robust and engaging encounter for any who listen to it. But be warned, for once you walk down that rabbit hole and learn for yourself the true power within the soundscapes, there is no return. Beware. Beware!
Ooh.
Also, there's the sound of this. Death Cloud.
They also do the sound of the T-Rex. Or an alligator comp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this and many more are available for you guys to use and to get the thing. Also, real quick, just because I only just noticed it, whoever is named Cyber God Anubis, fucking nailed naming, okay? Just fucking, that's amazing. Freaking rock star you are. Anyway, and then we have our third and final sponsor, and that is, of course, Fantasy Grounds. Here's Fantasy Grounds. Look, it's a pretty map, and look, there's some dice. Fantasy Grounds lets me do things because I can't, you know, in the meat space, build an entire set and then have a map and then walk around with a camera like a guy on like a fucking, what do they call them, the 8-track tapes, like just being there going, look at all of the cool No, instead I get to use this cool and amazing VTT to make you guys look cool and to have a great time and to be awesome and yeah, just have a good thing. And of course, you know, Fantasy Grounds, it is a little bit pricey, but I'll tell you this, you get what you pay for, and you do get a lot of stuff. Whether it's customized dice, random modules, a robust database of like all the monsters and creatures and things, multiple different RPG systems. It's all here, and it's freaking amazing. So there you go. I should do that once for a laugh. That would be very funny. Cool. Yeah, that would.
You almost did it with your unboxing stream with the minis.
I did almost. Like I was just walking around like one of these, everyone's just like, oh, we want to see the minis. Anyway. So yes, there's that. Now, of course, guys, there is no game. There is no session without my amazing group of players. So I'm going to turn it to them now to introduce themselves and the characters in which they will be playing for today's stream, starting with none other than OG Lava Kitten.
Hello, I'm OG Lava Kitten, playing Lushara, an elven witch. She travels with her familiar Magnus, and she is embarked on this whole thing to find her missing twin brother, and has found all these wonderful people along the way, and is trying to keep herself and them alive so that we can continue our mission to figure out what the heck happened. We missing time.
And I'm Skelly, playing the dwarf Bill Rotar, the usually very stoic and drink happy dwarf who tries to keep everyone alive because he tries to rely on their brains to solve all the problems for him.
Hello, I'm Neil from Immersion Diversion. I play Arseni. He's a skeleton sorcerer, but he loves music. He started as a human, then became a skeleton through the missing moments. At least he thinks that's what happened, or thinks someone did it to him, so he's looking for that, or them. Then became a dwarf, and then a skeleton again. He loves playing music, and yeah, he has recently gotten a magical loot that allows him to play some fancy magic from that as well.
Hi, I'm Jen. I play Aelith, the elf ranger. She is tagging along with this group to try and find answers, helping them with the same quest, and just hoping that she can do her best to keep everybody alive.
Absolutely. And of course, unfortunately, not joining us today are our players for Viv and Squee. Viv, of course, being a puppet in search of the child that they have been separated from. And Squee, the weapon-destroying goblin. Now, of course, before we get into today's game, we have one last person to thank. And that is our lovely and amazing audience members for being here time and time again and supporting the show and getting to join us on these cool, crazy, wacky adventures. We invite you to come behind the GM screen in order to play around with us, and for that, we have a number of ways for you to interact with the game as we're playing. First of all, just by watching the show, you earn channel points that can be used at any point in time in order to influence the game, whether it's creating inspiration or insight bonuses for my players, divine interventions, wandering monsters, all this cool stuff you can do at the touch of a button, and you earn these channel points just from watching. Those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you guys earn a little bit quicker, so hey, we stream all the time, so it's never a bad idea to throw in that good old sub to DAG. Then, of course, we have none other than our monetary donations, which go towards Dag's survival check for the month, because Dag enjoys eating solid food. That's pretty much it. So yes, if you too like to, ensure that Dag eats solid food, then consider some of these donations. First of all, we have our $5 donation, which is a hero point, one of these little red marks you see for the players, or a purple mark, which is one of these ones here for me. The hero points and jinx points can be used basically to influence the game. Hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from a deck of plot twists, and from said plot twists... that's not the $10. What am I saying? No, it is. Am I? No. Yes, it is. What am I saying? I'm losing my mind. This deck of plot twists will have a number of different story prompts that I will then insert into the game, whether it's something like the worst day ever or a cherished gift. It is my job to then try and roll those things into the game while we play. These keep me sharp as a GM and also, hey, make the game a little bit more unique. So yeah, that's something we do. We then have our other $10 donation, which is, of course, the second deck I have in front of me here, which is a deck of heroic actions that can be used to give our players not only a hero point, but a free power that they can use for any of these battles or encounters that they do. Very, very useful. A lot of fun. Then, of course, we have our $20 donation, which is the coveted golden natural 20, which can be used in order to roll a natural 20, because that's something you need sometimes. So yeah, there's that. We then have our $50 donation, which is either the increasing of a boss battle, making bosses more difficult, more challenging, making the terrain more perilous, upping the ante, increasing the difficulty, changing the stakes. There's a whole bunch of things that happen there. So yeah, that is our $50 boss buff, or you can use that $50 to provide a magic item to a player of your choosing. This could be an item that you design as a homebrew item, an item you would like me to design, or hey, you can design a you can ask for something from my player's wish list, and then they can, get something like that for themselves. So yeah, there you go. Then, of course, we have none other than our last secret menu item, a massive $100 donation that goes a very, very long way, not only to supporting the channel, but to supporting my players as well. The $100 secret menu item for today is kind of an interesting one, actually. So as you guys know, our heroes are currently in the land of the elves and have been trying to find a cure for an unnubilate curse which they have unleashed upon this poor unsuspecting planet. It is an anti-elf plague that is, on an elven planet. So the $100 secret menu item is going to be something that is going to, I guess, either make things better or a million times worse. And that is, for the secret menu item, our heroes, Lushara and Aelith, will undergo a transformation. It is something akin to something I love from a particular anime that I will not mention, in which they will find and uncover a pair of elves who, in order to survive something, which I'm not going to talk about, they will need to bond with their soul and body to another elf. While they will ultimately disappear, they will merge with whomever they see fit, so in this case, Lushara and Aelith, and in doing so, increase their elvenness, transforming our two characters into more pristine or perfect elves. If anyone can name the anime, I will give you a high five. Anyone? Schooly Eye?
Sorry.
I have not watched
Dragon.
enough.
Yeah, I suspect Dragon Ball with the Namekians, with you saying that.
It is in fact Dragon Ball Z with the
Oh.
Namekians. Absolutely, yes. So that is precisely the vibe I'm going for. So they will find these people,
Cool.
we will make a bond with them, and then we will have them merge, and yeah, that'll be cool. Yes, there you go. All right, I think that covers everything. All right, without any further ado, you know what? This time we're gonna let our dear friend Neil cover the recap for today. Neil, would you be so kind as to tell us where we are, what we're doing, and a very big resounding why?
I will do my best.
Okay. Would you like
So-
would you like some music to help you with this?
It won't be a long recap, but
Oh,
yeah,
it should be. You've got a long way to go.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah.
All
You
right,
want the
then,
whole
You
like
need to
from the
expl-
beginning, or
we
just
need to, you really need to let the audience know how we got to this point.
Yeah, remember the audience hasn't been
they
here the
need
whole
to know
time.
the
You
story of
gotta
how?
pretend.
Okay,
You gotta pretend like you're talking
yeah.
to someone who is only tuned in for the first time today. All right, Neil,
Oh God.
the scene is yours.
Welcome to a story about gates. Some gates where worlds exist on the other side, except we, as characters, have no idea what happened in these gates. We get being hit by not a nuclear curse. What was it called? The missing moments. 8 months has passed, and we have entirely forgotten what happened inside. We walked in and walked out as if nothing happened, almost like a portal where you walk in and, well, but we walked out changed. We have tattoos we can't get rid of. Some of us in places we don't like, but you know, others have, like Arseni, have emerged as a skeleton with their tattoo on the back of their skull. So he doesn't actually make. I think someone else pointed it out to him that he had it. We were asked by a what's his name? I have his name. It was Dr. Riddle. What was his name? Riddleson?
Dr. Edward Riddleson.
Riddleson, it was that. He had a tattoo like this as well, and asked us to get or asked each and every one of us to meet him. So we came together, traveled out to the city that had an unnubilate curse, which is a curse for the elves, that if you cross the line, then an elf would die, or they would die, right? They would just get sick or something, like what's happening now. Yeah. But mysteriously, for some reason, this curse wasn't active. So we took a look around town, got some information, and found out someone nearby, another elf, had turned off the curse, getting the help of some evil magic. Being the heroes that we are, we traveled out there just to a it was at first it was like a bonfire area where they were sacrificing a unicorn, where we met Aelith. She's seeing us help the unicorn, made note of it and decided to join us in this search of the missing moments. Upon crossing a land lacking magic, well, not lacking magic, it was like almost, what's the word? It's like necromancy kind of in the ground. But anyway, we made our way to Tree Fort. Found that the guy that we were looking for was here, and upon fighting a giant eagle, Arseni decided to summon a dead tree inside of a tree, not knowing that his tree would drop the tree that they were inside of, as making our escape, or back, heading back the way we came, a not good idea. Nonetheless, we continued forward, fought the elf, who was also a druid. That's right, he was a druid who summoned a evil flower, who we ended up fighting as well. Birochar hanging on to this thing so it wouldn't blast us all with solar beam, but it blasted the tree next to us anyway, which Arseni was in, and Arseni almost died in that tree as well. Upon finishing that, I'll try to make it quick. We went to a town, found a tavern owned by shoot, I did write his name down. Larry. Ended up meeting with a demon that Larry had a pact with, because he couldn't say what was going on. We ended up helping out this demon by going to the Shadow Plains. What was it called? The
Nighthold.
The Nighthold. Thank you. Nighthold. She asked us to go get the Shadewither key, who in its carry was Kaneepo. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember by looking at the names I have them. We dealt with Kaneepo. We used the key to travel to the next world, and brought apparently the obnubilate curse with us upon the key, affecting the elves in the new place we are all on called oh my gosh, Triaxis, was that? Or no, that was on the other one.
Castrovel.
Was it true? Castrovel, thank you. Sorry. um so we are now on the back of a giant beast called the one with all four seasons, and upon obtaining doing a trial to get the water that we needed to obtain to help get rid of the curse, Arseni, being a little tipsy, had the idea of carving into a tree to get some sap to drink, like some of that, because he thought that we needed to drink from a tree. So, but I hurt the tree, pissed off the turtles that that was giving us this trial. And now, because a treant has shown up, because I have hurt his daughter, and now I'm in a duel. That was a long recap. I'm sorry.
It was.
My bad.
I mean, not bad, not bad. I have notes, but I mean,
I have notes.
primarily why Larry was more important than the fact that you brought the Inubliate curse to Castrovel. I feel like that is far more imperative as to what you're doing.
I was
presently.
trying to keep it short, and I kept thinking of things, and I'm like, and yeah. So,
Well,
my bad.
We accidentally brought it back.
You did.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to undo the damage we did. And now Arseni's tree harming ways have caught up to us.
If they caught up to Arseni, because he's about to die.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and us by proximity.
Well, you've been given a solid.
I think Arseni's getting a phobia of trees after this.
Well, you've been given a solid 7.3 out of 10.6. Beginning was good,
Hey!
and end was very confusing for a newbie. And yes, I can see why, because like I said, the very start you went into hyper detail, and then you got nervous because you were taking so long, so you just shortcutted it, and it didn't make any sense. So to make the rest of it actually make sense, after finding Kaneepo the Slim, slaying him, and finding the Shade Wither key, which they realized was actually a conduit that ties the elven gates known as the Aedara to one another, which is the same gates that our heroes went to that made them lose their memories, our heroes entered said Aedara using the Shade Wither key in order to get to Castrovel. Having not the knowledge to navigate around, they looked for some expertise and found an elven scholar, whom they unintentionally brought the plague to. With the help of other elves that happened to be scholarly themselves, they found out that there was indeed a cure, but in order to acquire it, they had to climb atop a great beast known as She Who Walks with Seasons and acquire water from her crown in order to try and revive them. After meeting with the Guardians and getting into a very drunken stupor, I guess is kind of the big thing, our heroes managed to get a pass to go into the inner sanctum of She Who Walks with Season and recover the water, where there was a tiny moment where Lushara may have possibly fallen in love, but then left. That might have happened. Armed now with the resources that they need, they were about to leave when all of a sudden Arseni drew the attention of an angry treant who saw and bore... who the group had somewhat bore witness to the fact that Arseni had stabbed the tree, who happened to be the treant's daughter, and now he has come for revenge. And that's where we're at. Also, miscellaneous, good to see you. And as for me not choking, have you seen my performances? All I do is choke. Anyway.
There's also a pixie on his shoulder.
There is also a pixie on his shoulder. He is the Lorax, he speaks for the trees. Okay. We good? We're here?
Double he did. Yeah, we're good.
All right. Now the group is deciding whether or not they're going to abandon poor Arseni to his fate. As we now return to our adventure. Now. That's not what I wanted. 1 second. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. So, the giant treant, named East Clintwood, squints his eyes and goes, alright. So I reckon I've given you enough time to say your farewells, skeleton man. The time has come to pay the piper. You put a hole in my precious sapling. Now time's come for me to put a precious hole in you.
You see a visible gulp go down Arseni's spine.
Yep.
It's just a little lump. Well, I guess if I gotta go down somehow, should go. I'm not gonna go without a fight. Keep things interesting for you. It looks like you enjoy this as well.
Viv turns to
I
you
don't.
and says, I'm gonna miss you.
Ah! No! Can we talk about this? Like, I mean, do you like music?
Sometimes you gotta know when to hold 'em, and other times you gotta know when to fold 'em. And for you,
I take it you
Skelly
like card
Man,
games.
it's folding time, Skelly Man, and I'm gonna start by folding you.
No, no. Hey, look, what's that?
Make a deception check.
29.
He turns over his shoulder and looks over his shoulder at what you're pointing at.
I run away.
All right,
Full speed.
roll initiative and run away. Where are you going?
Towards the lake.
You run towards the lake.
3, 4, 5. Wait, it's 6 because 30. Yeah.
All right. You start to run. Ooh, and I even got chase music for this. All right. You got 3 actions, remember? So.
Oh yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 under this tree.
Oh,
and then pass
hi
it, and
there.
I go say, "Oh, goodbye!" And I jump into the water.
You
Oh
jump,
wait, it's steaming water.
you jump into the water.
Right before I jump. Okay, I already said it. Yeah.
No. What do you do just
I was
before you
gonna say,
jump?
before I
apparently?
jump in the water, I just goes like, as I see the steam coming off, and I go, 20, 25, 30, and actually, is the steam kind of billowing out, or is it up, like above it, just going straight up?
The steam goes up.
Oh, okay. Are there any trees hanging over the steam?
No.
Oh, not like any hanging trees. Okay. Dang it. All right, so that was 30. Okay, yeah, and that would probably be my end then, right there, as I just try to run around the lake.
All right. Well, in the following round, he looks back in the direction that he's gone. Looks at the others. Is anyone gonna... Excuse me. Is anyone gonna try and stop him?
Stop him? No.
Okay, good.
Bella's got another plan.
Alright, his move speed is 20 foot. Alright. He triple moves.
Leave me alone! I said I was sorry!
Alright.
I can help her. Maybe. I don't have any fertilizer on me, but I can help!
The pixie says... The pixie says... I am... What did I call him? Did he have a name? Or was I just calling him the Lorax?
I think you just called him the Lorax.
Yeah. I am Lorax, and I speak for the tree. And he says... Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can do this. Wait. Maybe I can. Hold on. Dying. My god. Okay. So, he says, I'm the Lorak, and I speak for the trees. And he says, hold on.
Oop.
Is that sharing it? Can you hear that?
You're echoing.
It is, but it's echoing.
Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. He says, you fucker.
Oh my god!
That is what the trees say to you.
All the trees around me.
Yeah, all the
Oh
trees
my-
around you.
Oh no!
All right, that is all the pixie does. All right, Lashara and Magnus.
Lashara.
What's that?
Well, first she doesn't want Avalon to get hurt because she knows he's in there and he has no idea what's about to come down. I don't know if she can get past him and just kind of like dart around the tree to warn Avalon. But that's what she's gonna try to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say from where he is, you won't be able to get around him without going through his square.
Is he tall enough where she can like duck down and run between his legs?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Make a acrobatics check.
All right. Where did my character sheet go? There it is. Acrobatics. All right, let's go.
Yeah!
Yeah, perfect.
Nice.
Even if I didn't give him a penalty, you would have gotten through.
Wonderful. And she's gonna like shoot, dodge right through there, and probably have to use another action to run over to Avalon and be like, you need to get out of the way. I don't want you to get hurt.
Oh.
He's like, why? Why?
There's a really angry tree ant coming to beat up my friend.
Oh. Yeah, no, he shouldn't have angered that tree ant. That tree ant's a bit crazy.
Yeah, no, we discovered that, and he really, really wants to beat him up. So I don't want you to get hurt.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I guess I appreciate you coming back for me.
Yeah. And then she gets very flustered.
He does too. He kind of like brushes his curly hair past his ear and then kind of like doesn't know where to look. You know, his eyes kind of like.
Yeah, they're both kind of awkwardly like playing with their hair and like.
Yeah.
That's going to be the rest of her turn, just being awkward and.
All right. Arsini.
Um, I'm gonna just kind of get behind. Is this a tree right here?
That is a tree.
Sorry, I can. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to kind of hide as I run around through this, like behind the lake, so I kind of get behind the steam over here, and I'm gonna try to hide behind this tree. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like right here. I'm gonna try to hide behind this one.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Uh-oh. Ooh, 11. I'm gonna use my nat 20.
Sure. Your nat 20 makes it a 22.
Oh yeah, that still fails it. Oh shit.
No. You pass because it's a
Oh.
critical success.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's not
Sorry.
a critical success.
Yeah. This is just a success.
Yep.
I guess. Is that how it works?
All right, Christina
Oh
has
God!
Christina has boss buffed.
No, I'm just kidding. You're good. Thank you.
It could also be a trait in difficulty. Let's say that.
All right,
You bossed the tree out or the pixie?
let's make this more difficult, shall we? All right.
Oh,
You want
Easy
to
done.
play with your character. No, I'm just kidding.
The crown of the creature now explodes with a geyser of water.
Uh-oh.
All right. As it does so, it begins to pour down. One moment.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow. It's hot rain. Ah. That's snow. Oh, there's some rain.
You complaining about the effort that I just
No.
went to add rain?
No, that's cool. I just,
Good.
yeah.
Things I do for these
Lady
ingrates.
GM, you are amazing.
All right. No, thank you, miscellaneous. I am just recovering from very sore throats from working all holidays, so do not worry, I'm fine. I'm just dying. All right. So as rain begins to fall down, as it sort of spreads around the place, the entire area suddenly has this strange ongoing effect. You watch as the plants start to grow and become more vibrant. You watch as they start to become more lustrous. And in that same instant, you watch as
Uh-oh.
East Clintwood suddenly starts to blossom and bloom.
He's now West Woodwood.
Now he's west. No, he's Wetwood.
East
All right.
Wetwood.
There's no setting him on fire now, is what I'm hearing. because he's
Correct.
all
He is
red.
now. Yes, he is now very damp and very non-able to be set afire. In addition, he begins to soak up water, which he's going to use in just a moment for something very cool.
Uh-oh.
All right. Christina, you legend, you. Do not worry. For this, I've got another idea with Clint. So if I do forget, please remind me later on, Christina, that you did boss buff this character, and I'll need it for later on, maybe. If you remember, I should remember, but you know, as a just in case. All right.
All right.
Then we go to Arsini. You've hidden.
Yep.
Then we go to Viv. Aelith.
I'm gonna pretty much do what Lashara did and try to get in there just in case I'm needed.
All right, make an acrobatics
So-
check.
Okay. And then acrobatics. Here we go. Oh, really?
Oh no.
Could I re-roll that, please?
Sure. I've got no problem with that. Make another roll as I consume one of your hero points.
Oh, that was worse.
Unfortunate. Well, you can try
Yeah.
again. Like, just in general. You just simply can't move through his square presently.
She'll
the
just
second
stay right
action.
there.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
because
isn't tumble,
if he
isn't tumble
moves
through,
further in,
I was gonna say, isn't tumble through an attack type thing, so it gets the -5 on reattempts.
Sorry, one more time?
I said, isn't tumbling through counted as an attack, so it gets the -5 on subsequent attempts.
I'm not going to apply it for this one. I don't feel like there's much in the way of an aggressive action here, so I think it's good. Safe.
Yeah.
yeah, that's all. That's all
Alright.
she's gonna do for now.
Okay. All right, not a problem. So then we go to Bilrota.
So Belrotar is still suffering the mother of all hangovers after the cocktail that he'd drunk and just recently woke up from. You said that the 3 kappas had buried themselves, but they were still the color of their shells just peeking through. Last time, if I remember correctly.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So Bell will very slowly walk over to one, sit down, and tap it on its shells. To basically try to grab its attention. Go. You asked us to undergo the trial. You sure letting such a wrecking ball as that get past without undergoing the trial is going to not anger she who walks with all the destruction it's about to reap? As he's trying to effectively convince the Kappas to lend some aid to at least put a stop to the fighting. Because they're
Make
supposed to be the guardians.
Make a diplomacy check. What level are you guys?
4.
Or-
All right. That is not going to succeed.
I'd be surprised if it did.
Yeah, no. You watch as each one of them seem to raise up this green stick with a green leaf on it, as as if to signal, all clear. Yep, nope, approved.
Well, if you're sure about reaping destructions, and effectively Bill will at this point just turn, look at the tree, and draw his sword, but not actually approach it, as though he's trying to be a silent guardian over them.
Okay.
Because he knows that this guy was all about trying to redeem his daughter's harming, so he's not about to step in flux of an angry father, effectively.
Fair. Makes sense. That seems the very sensible thing to do. All right, that's it. All right, the tree moves over here and is going to make a perception check to try and find out where you are. If memory serves, as does the
22.
All right, 22. He doesn't get a 22. He reaches down and he begins to drain more water, and you watch as it travels up his roots. And then you watch as he forms his hand into what looks to be a pistol. And you hear him just start going.
Oh, he's whistling.
All right. the pixie who speaks for the trees says,
Oh shit.
"Oh man, it's so dangerous here. I think you might die, buddy. I mean, I think he was gonna go easy on you, but then you ran. And now he's, like, using effort. I was on board with this because I thought he was gonna be cool and, like, just knock you out and make sure you learned your lesson. I'm pretty sure he's trying to kill you now."
Uh-oh.
That's all he does. Lashara, you're
Yep.
next.
Oh boy. Let's see. She is really torn because, you know, angry tree dad. But she also doesn't want Avalon to get hurt. So she is going to... She's going to use Forbidding Ward on Arsini, which is warding an ally against the attacks and hostile spells from the target enemy, and the target ally gains a +1 status bonus to armor class and saving throws against the target enemy's attacks, spells, and other effects. So let me go ahead and... Where are you, Arsini? Oh, you're all the way up there. I think you're in range because it's a 30-foot range. So 25, 30. Yeah. No, she'll have to maneuver. So one action to maneuver over here to get closer, and then grab Forbidding Ward and boop. There you go.
Yay, thank you.
And that is her action. She's just trying to stay near Avalon to also assist if the tree, for whatever reason, decides to go after him. Yeah, so she kind of like pulls her hands together and throws like what looks kind of like a star, and it just kind of like hits you, but instead of hitting you, it just kind of like comes and like flows over you. So you just have this energy wash over you.
Thank you.
You're muted, Doug.
Alright, so now there's this small tree at the back of the pool that is now glowing as energy flows off it.
I mean, he still needs to get what's coming to him. Just maybe not as bad.
Alright, Arsini, you're up.
Alright, he's been contemplating what he does next, because he can't fight a tree. It's so big. He has to run basically right past it, but he'll be spotted before anything. And he's probably got something ready. When I run out of cover. His other option is to run up next to him and try to stab him with the tree of the black stick of nope. And try to make it so he can't move. But he doesn't want to piss this thing off anymore. So he kind of wants to just hide in the pool, but he knows there's steam coming off of that. That's a hot pool. But I don't have skin, so I don't know if I actually feel it. I mean, I probably would, but his option is he's going to try and hide behind this tree right here. Kind of inch his way more closer and just
Make a stealth check.
$17. Oh. And as soon as I realized he spotted me, second action, just go, ah! 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, or 25, 30, and then third action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ah, shit. And that is my action.
All right. Aelith, you're watching Arsene scream and run.
Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, Aelith is just gonna. She's. All right. She's gonna kind of go around this tree here, and just pull out her bow, and just wait and see what happens. She doesn't want to attack the treant either at this time.
Okay.
Arsene, why?
Do you know why? We got what we came for. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Did you say let's get out of here after running the wrong way, doing a big loop, and then coming back to exactly
Yeah, because I
where you
was
started?
running away from the treant, and then I ran around to try to get away from the treant, and now that it's here, now I'm running. Yeah.
You make it very hard not to want to kill you. All right, Aelith, anything? Just chill.
No, she's just flabbergasted, and she's just gonna stand there and wait.
All right, Bill Ritter.
Bill will move up to effectively between the two trees. And we'll call out to east.
Oh,
Say-
shit.
Well, if he was human, clearly he'd already be pissing his pants. You sure that's really the watering you want around your daughter?
What?
As in, trying to say, have you not taught him enough of a lesson? Because he's clearly so afraid he's pissing his pants.
But also, Bill Retard's super drunk.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the. I'm going to go with the super drunk thing because all that he's seeing is cowardice, disrespect, and like trying to make a fool of him.
Yep.
and then trying to get away with it. Yeah.
But sure, Bill didn't see potentially what he got hit with up there. He just sees Arsene running back.
Yeah. Oh no. Fair. Yeah. No. I appreciate the sentiment. I will consider it to be a heroic effort from Bill Ritter to try and preserve the unlife of his friend.
Yep.
It has been acknowledged. You have been, approved. There you go. It's there. It's been marked. Let it be marked that Bill Ritter made the effort.
And it then leans against the tree to try and keep the upright.
Very well.
Don't lean against the daughter, please.
Christina.
I'm not against the dog.
Now, Christina, you have an insight bonus. Who is that going to? Oh, sorry, you got an inspiration. Who's that going to? No, insight. Oh, it's an insight. Never mind.
Yeah,
Insight.
Inspiration goes to Aelith.
Okay, Aelith's got the inspiration. Insight. Neil, do you have another character?
I have one in mind, yes.
How ready are you to play this character?
I'm pretty ready.
Okay.
I need to make him still, but I have
But
the
you're
idea.
pretty confident. You're pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Because this is going to be the next thing is just going to be the thing. But from where you've placed yourself, from what's about to happen,
I realized after I went past it, I'm like, oh shit, he can actually get to me now.
Yeah, he really can. So he's going to double move.
Yeah, I really can.
And this is all he is going to do. He is going to say, were you a man? A real man? I might have let things slide. But I refuse, in this life or any, to let someone make a fool of me and my daughter when all they have is bitch behind their eye. And he is going to take his large...
I don't have any eyes.
He's going to take his large foot. Oh, and with that he is... Yeah, no. With that he is going to use his natural... With that he's going to use his natural 20. I'm going to roll it.
Oh, no!
Always gotta let your mouth get ahead of you.
Alright, yeah, he's going to burn the natural 20.
Alright, I'm going to use collapse.
Oh, no. You collapse will reduce the damage, but you need to wait for this.
I know, but it'll turn it into not a crit.
Oh, no. It's... You really want to listen to what's going to happen here.
Okay.
He's going to boot you off She Who Walks with Seasons. Into the distance, Neil.
Oh, God. I get thrown in another campaign. Oh, no.
This is your second time for Cindy to die by falling.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, shit.
collapse, you say, right? You
Oh,
can.
yeah, true, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's...
So, no.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Are you collapsing?
I mean-
Yes. Yeah or no? Yay or nay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, you take 10 points of damage as you collapse and scatter into pieces. And then you fly as a scattered shard throughout the
Oh, you
jungles
did.
of Castroville. And as those pieces shatter, each one that lands takes damage from the fall,
Oh, God.
which is, after the first 10 foot, a 1-for-1 status. And if you recall, you were on top of a woman, you were on top of a creature that was the size of a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Arsini
Oh, damn.
is gone.
Oh, no.
And any
Scattered
Oh.
and destroyed. There's no coming back from
and any
this.
any
Oh.
reservations I had about it were wafted away with that last line that Arsini decided to deliver to this guy
Oh, God.
as we say goodbye to Arsini.
That is so funny on top of it.
That's probably the funniest way anyone's ever died. Most unnecessary way. But definitely
Wow.
the most amusing.
Scattered me across the lands.
Quite literally scattered across the
Yeah.
lands.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Some say he's still falling.
I was waiting for you to
Tiny
say,
bone
and,
shards.
and some can say they still hear his music in the wind.
Yeah. or he's just some bits of him are just in orbit.
All
like,
he is
satellite.
dust in the wind. All is dust in the wind.
All right. I kind of imagine this is kind of this moment of like just like this instant replay moment of just dum 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 and this foot just constantly hitting Arsini's body and the shockwave you all feel as the bones scatter. You just watch them, like literally, like it's like someone kicked a bag of freaking leaves, right? Like just boom, it just scatters everywhere.
I like to think from hungover Bill's perspective, it didn't look so much as that. It was just a kick that just vaporized him. There one moment, gone the next.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, well, at this point, he looks out into the distance, kind of wipes his foot on like some of the dirt, almost like he stepped in something unpleasant. He looks over to you, Bilratar, gives you a nod, looks over to you, Aelith, and goes, "Ma'am." and then trots off into the woods.
Man.
And then the pixie
And
goes,
Bill's just like, so that's how tree ants take out the trash?
yeah.
Oh.
And then as the last thing that it says is, I am the Lorax. I speak for this fucking tree. And he says you're a All right. And with that, the treant leaves. Get it? Get it? Schooly eye. Schooly eye.
Yeah,
I said the,
I get it.
Oh, I got it.
I said the treant leaves, Schooly eye. The treant leaves. Okay, I'm done.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. So good.
Uh.
Ugh, and my face hurts.
So, you guys have the cure now, I guess.
We do. I don't, and Luciana didn't witness it. So
No, you probably just see
just see
Bill
the
standing
tree
at
goes through, and then the tree leaves.
yeah. You probably just see Bill standing at the edge, looking over, going, "Wow," and then sits back down. The only reason he'd have done it just in case Ursini was actually just clung to the side and hope.
It's just a hand. It's like, help me.
Ow. And Lushar is like, I'll be right back, and to Avalon, and runs down to see what's going on. What? He just left? Where's Ursini?
Ursini went on a little trip.
Like, he ran away? Like,
He won't be coming back.
oh.
And Bill would just look over the side again to subtly imply to the shower what happened.
Oh.
Let's just say all trees are safe now.
Character tree.
I
marker,
hope
got
he
it.
finds.
No, shit.
And Lushara will say a brief prayer to gods to see his spirit safely travel to wherever his soul is destined.
Ashes
be
to
right back.
ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah, pretty much. Just a quick little prayer.
Thanks to this treant, this
know...
ding dong is dust.
No, hers is nicer, but and then she'll be like, I just need to say goodbye to someone real quick. I'll be right back. And she scurries back off to say goodbye to Avalon again. And she's like, maybe one day our paths will cross again. But you should be okay. The tree left. The tree ant. And then she will wave and run back to her group. Oh, well, let's just go and get this cure made.
Okay.
And then she will just kind of pick up Magnus, put him on her shoulder, and start heading out to make their way down the She Who Walks Through Seasons.
All right. Unsure of whether or not to be somber or just exasperated, you descend from She Who Walks with Season and return back to the city. After a short walk, you return once more. This one, maybe. You return once more to the city. With the elixir in hand, Genthiel, the elf who has been helping you concoct this elixir, is happy to retrieve it. Thank you. This can't have come easy. With it, we'll be able to cure the people. Hopefully before it's too late. He begins to work tirelessly, and before long, manages to create the concoction and administer it to those in the treatment center. It is a long and rough night, but by morning, all signs of the unnubilate curse have subsided. With a sigh of relief, the elves are grateful for your efforts, and none hold blame to you for bringing the unnubilate curse here. For how were you to know that it would have affected through the key?
Lushara will ask how, if they have any idea of how the curse can just be removed from the key safely so that it's not transmitted anywhere else.
To answer this question, we go to... one moment. Aleli, the elf who you first met when you arrived. She says, I believe I can answer that. You said before that you got this key from a creature known as Kaneepo. I have done many dealings with the Fae, and this key does not hold the power from the Fae wilds or the creatures there within. Instead, the power seems to come from an older evil, an enemy that once found themselves pitted against all elven kind. The creature I am talking about is a beast known as... Sorry, one moment. Osoyo, the Black Frost Whale. His psychic energies resonate through this key, and that is what poisons elves who come close to it.
And seems to be the cause of what happened with the Eudara on Galeria.
It would not surprise me to hear that Osoyo has indeed some measure of influence over what transpired with you in the portals back on Galarian. But I have good news. while I was bedridden, I was able to commune with a distant astronomer from your world, a woman by the name of Sakuichi, a human. She hails from the same part of Galarian where Osseo was buried. There seems to be more. She told me that she was on a quest to seal away some ancient evil when she found the astrological devices she found to communicate with me. She said that this evil had recently awoken from beneath the ice. I don't think it is a coincidence that you have all ended up here, bearing a key with Osseo's mark. She closes her eyes and shakes her head ruefully. We Oita believe in omens, not coincidence, and I believe that your mission and Sakuichi's may align. Grabbing a bunch of notes that she has by the side of her bed, she says, though means I won't pretend to properly understand, Sakuichi has now attuned her telescope to mine, and creating a bond which can stretch across the space between our planets. I believe we can use the power of the Shade Wither key to activate the Aodara here, and I believe we can send all of you home by linking the telescope, the arches, and the key. However, it will be a one-way portal back to your world.
Well, we came here once, so we can always visit again once all of this is over. But it seems that this is where our quest is leading us. Shara looks a little sad to be leaving so soon. Like there's all these elves here and an interesting world that she didn't really get to explore, but yeah. She knows that we have to go.
Yeah. Bill's comment, if he sees the Shara looking like that, would just be, well, if this is, it's almost like, sounds like Asarius trying to take control and conquer the transport of, well, I guess, was his enemies. Might be a first stage of an invasion by him, so if we want to protect even this world, I guess we need to take out that general. As his military mind is basically just assuming Osiris like a big general on conquest.
Sure, yeah, just a general. It's fine. We can take it.
Yeah. Not an all-consuming power or anything like that. Remember,
Yeah.
simple brain puts into simple military terms. There's now an army for him to help fight. Is what he's trying to put it to.
He's like, I have somebody to fight.
Pretty much.
Well, whatever the plans are, we can't let them continue. Already caused a lot of damage. And still need to know what happened to us.
Yeah, yes, we need to put an end to this. We can't let him hurt anyone else.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can tell us about the Black Frost whale?
Good question. All I know is that the Black Frost whale was an ancient enemy. One who the elders of the elves could not find a way to peacefully coexist with, nor could they find a way to truly get rid of them.
Lushara is thinking, well, that's not terrifying or anything. Ancient elves couldn't get rid of him or make him happy, to coexist. Okay. Well, maybe we can lock him back where he is trying to break free from.
That might be a way to do that. Though I should warn you, the magic of the Aodara is very poorly understood. Even here, it'll be dangerous. And there's a chance that the feedback could destroy the artifacts. Stars willing, though, it at the very least will give you a fighting chance. If you remain here, I fear that the omens may spell misfortune, and the opportunity for my friend to find allies that will aid them against such a dreadful creature will close with that opportunity.
No, of course. We'll follow the leads and go back to Galeria.
As she says this, I would like to give a big old thank you to Anonymous, who has donated a secret menu item. I know it's anonymous, but if you would like something other than the secret menu item, please let it be known. Otherwise, I will take us into that scene momentarily as our heroes prepare to leave with what they have. Well, basically, if you have anything you want to take or you want to do before you leave Castrovel, now is the time to do it.
I will just ask
No.
Lashara if she wants to leave a letter for her boy, such that he doesn't wonder where she's just suddenly disappeared off to.
It,
One who
Now
lives,
she's all
one
flustered
who
with
walks
her
with
red.
his
tree. Kissing.
like very flustered. She's like, it's just, I just met a very nice person, and but yeah, maybe that's a good idea. She just like wanders off and is like, I'm just gonna pull open a journal and write a letter because I can't cope with talking about this to them.
That's right. You head over and there's only one dwarf who says, he's like a bard just sitting there, and he's like, oh no, I understand, like boy troubles and stuff. I've got a song for elves, who have boy troubles. If you want your spirits picked up a little. You ready? It's a good one here. I planned it. It's a very nice one.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Dude looks like a lady.
This is a love song?
Well, no, it's just a song about elven dudes.
I see.
They look like ladies. Lady boy and lady.
Okay. Lushara is just gonna be like, this is some sort of dwarf humor that I don't understand, that Bill Richard would probably appreciate.
Lashara listens to the Backstreet Elves.
So you ever been with a man with a beard? We're not just a long-lived race, Where did this dwarf even come from?
I don't know. She's just like, Oh, okay. I'm just gonna write. You sing whatever makes you happy, I suppose. She's just gonna write a little note, and gonna fold it up, and she has no idea who she's gonna leave this with. And if Avalon will ever leave, get down and leave, because I know he's waiting for his sister to find him, but she has no idea who she would hand this to. So she's just kind of with this letter now and is like,
All right.
goes back out to Bill and is like, well, I wrote this letter, but what am I? I can't leave it with anyone. Nobody probably even knows he's there.
Well, probably
You could
bring around
ask.
the assembled
Well, as
high
you
elves that are here.
all right. Well, as you go to get the letter, that is when you realize something. Birutar, you see Avalon approaching down the city streets towards you and the group.
Bill was trying to wave, at least try to grab his attention.
He sees you and approaches. As he does so, he says, Lashara, I was hoping I would see you.
She turns. She's very surprised because he said he wasn't going to leave. And she's like, I was just thinking about you. I didn't think you would. Yes, we are getting ready to leave.
Yeah, that's that's kind of why I came to see you. If I was hoping that maybe I would perhaps be able to go with you.
Are you sure? I mean, you were waiting for your sister.
Well, that's true. I am, and I was. And I still want to find my sister, but what you said was compelling. My sister wouldn't have wanted me to have spent my entire life waiting for her by a sparkling pool that was quite majestic until the skeleton ran rampant through the peaceful glade of sacred waters. But
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of a catch to it. You watch as he rolls up his sleeve and he reveals blackened marks very similar to those caused by the Obnubilate curse. They seem to be held at bay.
Well, they just made a cure. We should get you over there right away.
I'm afraid that's not going to work. You hear a voice coming from behind. It is Eleli. She reveals her arm as well, also covered with the same black splotches. While I appreciate the effort, and you have saved many of the lives here, unfortunately I was infected far too long. And from what I understand, Avalon still has only half the constitution of an elven person. But hope isn't entirely lost. You see, I've been doing some research of my own, and there is a way that, well, as Avalon graciously puts, that we may be able to help a little further. Aelith and Lashara, you are both Galarian elves. And we, Castrovellians, have found ourselves tied in very spiritual ways to the creatures that live here on Castrovel, including the Lashunta. I believe there's a way for us to enhance your own skills, powers, and abilities by joining in a ritualistic sense with your psyches. Our essences would effectively join with yours. If you are going against Osayo, as you intend, you could use all the help you could get, and, well, for us it's only a matter of time before our bodies give way. So, union of this nature is beneficial to all involved. Avalon looks at Lashara and says, when she says union, I think more it's, I want to do something to help. And if my sister finds out that, I wasted my entire life, I just couldn't live with myself. And if I can at least be a part of your adventure, at the very least, maybe I can give her something to come home to. If that's what you want. I mean, obviously, if he stops, you can see that there's like tears running down one of his eyes. He's definitely trying to put on a brave face here. It's not that he wants to do this. Just the other option is far more devastating to him. You feel as though he'd much rather be on this adventure by your side.
I understand. Yeah. I will, whatever is entailed. Yeah. I would like your company. And, who knows? Maybe we'll find your sister on this adventure. And she's kind of like trying not to cry now because she's like, this is very sad.
He smiles and he takes your hand and he says thank you. Aelith? Aleli looks at you and says, well, the same offer applies, of course. For me, I have much more I wish to learn about this world, and to be able to travel with you and walk upon Galarian's surface, it would truly be my pleasure.
Okay. If what we're facing, we could use all the help we can get.
She takes your hand and she smiles. Here. She takes a pen with arcane runes over it and hands it to you, Aelith. Hang on to this. This belonged to my father, and well, I'd rather not lose it. And I know it's a bit strange, and you don't have to use it or anything, or it's a memento. That's all. If you wouldn't mind.
I take it. Yes.
Good.
Take it and hold on to it.
All right. Well, the ritual is quite simple. Both Avalon and I simply need to focus our energies. I won't say goodbye. We'll see more of each other soon. As this happens, you hear a strumming from a lute nearby. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might just get what you need. What? Too soon?
I feel like this bard would have gotten along really well with Arseni. So you could meet him.
It's true.
God damn it.
As you watch their bodies begin to transform into this bright green energy, Lashara and Aelith, both of your bodies begin to glow. Please add +1 to all of your basic statistics, please.
Whoa.
In addition, and if you may, add an additional +10 to your hit points.
Ooh. Whoa.
Your eyes for each of you now take on a greenish hue, similar to the Castrovellians. And both Aelith and Lushara, you can now communicate telepathically.
Whoa.
Ooh, cool.
Whoa.
As you have now transformed yourselves into ascended elves.
Ooh.
Hey, old lad, look, you, bearded guy. We could fucking do that. You and me, we could do it, you know? Get all up in each other.
Music.
Bell just looks down saying, but then there'd be fewer of us to fight.
Big deal.
Oh, yeah, that's true, eh? But you know what? There'd be twice as much alcohol.
Oh. Whoa.
I'll ignore that. That was an accident.
Lassar just punches a wall. BAM! Fuck, I'm strong!
No.
Did you see that shit? Ugh. I am the strongest elf with my modifier of 0.
Yeah, no.
All of a sudden, everyone's looking at us like, everyone, come around, see the freak elf. Watch as she lifts this small stone. Truly an act of absolute freakish strength.
I'm sorry.
See how she
Kinda
winds the
overwhelmed
tin.
with emotion.
See how she winds the tin toy with just one hand.
Oh god.
Just shitting on elves. Anyway.
Man.
Now, for the purposes of this, Lashara, in addition, can you please increase your proficiency in crafting, as you are now slightly more artistic due to the presence of your new companion? And Aelith, could you please increase your rank in Arcana, as you have now acquired the skillful mind of a powerful arcanist? Any information they have, you guys now have as well. All right. With that being said, Bilratar, do you try to fuse with this dwarf?
You know what?
You know you want to, Bill Retire.
Bill Targain's performance.
What I'm actually going to do is have Bill roll an intelligence check, see if he even clocks on the fact that it's not even going to work. Just seeing the
know if it
magic
works.
and
The
thinking,
elves did it.
the elves did it. He doesn't know about
The
dwarves
elves
being able
did
to
it.
do that much magic.
Ascended dwarf. Oh!
Bill knows no better. He tries to replicate it with a dwarf.
All right.
Yes!
You run at each other at full speed, and as you collide with each other, you both end up with a concussion.
Fusion.
Yep, that fits.
Wham! Except, however,
You switch bodies.
the dwarven bard wakes up first and he says, "I did it! I did it! I absorbed him, and I am now more powerful than ever. I'm going to go drink twice as much." And he goes off to the pub. When Bilratar comes to, he's like, "I did it! I absorbed him! I'm going to go to the pub and drink twice as much."
Yep.
After you...
It does fit for Bill.
It does a little bit. All right. After a brief stay at Oita, the curse now subsided. You decide to leave. A handful of the sages meet you outside the city limits by the light gondola that you used to get in. They help you haul what looks to be a massive deconstructed telescope, which, Aelith, you know intricately how it's built and how to assemble it. They tell you that that the line should take you directly towards the Aedaras. There's a different route to take, but if you hold on to this shard, it should scare away predators. Whatever you do, do not drop it.
No, it's just well we don't have anyone that would try to juggle. Right, guys?
One of you should take it.
Oh. Nope.
Okay,
Okay,
go ahead.
Ayla's got it. Oh, no, if you've got it,
Yeah,
you
no,
have
you
it.
grab it.
You
No,
both
Aelith-
start to reach and
Aelith-
grab it. It falls to the ground and smashes.
No.
That's okay. Thankfully, we have another one. And
They merge as they collide.
Lushara will say, actually, Aelith, maybe you should carry that one since I have the Shade Wither key. We probably shouldn't mix too many weird artifacts together.
Agreed.
all right, Aelith,
Aelith will take the shard.
you take the shard. As you do so, you get on the gondola and begin to drift. It does not take you long before you eventually reach the Aedara once more. The pathway behind you, leaving behind Genthiel, the sages, and all of the troubles that happened before. Aelith and Lushara, you still feel your passenger deep within you. Not like someone watching you, but like someone holding your hand. Bilrata, as you steadily begin to work your way over a hangover, you suddenly realize that it is all too quiet. Arsini's music and constant chatter brought a certain level of life to your travels, a life that only an undead could bring. And then you remember he died by being kicked by a tree, and it was a fucking hilarious kick. You just chuckle to yourself quietly at some point or another as you just remember, poof, and he's gone, just disappeared.
Hope someone clips that.
The ruins of this jungle Aedara appear exactly as before when you had arrived. The arch stands atop a crumbling 10-foot stone platform with a stair that leads from the north and south, while lower than this 5-foot tall platforms bracket the main platform's corners, tipped by an obelisk of dark stone. You begin to set up the telescope. Aelith, knowing fully well how to operate said device. As you do so, you have this strange feeling. Can everyone make a perception check? Also, did anyone do anything in terms of, like, on the way here or once they arrived?
Well, the only thing I can think of is because we didn't really investigate this place when we first arrived, is seeing that there's the broken obelisk with Dark MJ. Probably a bit more the dwarf would take over Bill. He'd go and try to inspect the obelisk, see if he can see exactly what it's made of. That'd be about it.
Okay.
I think, yeah, for Lushara, she's just very much caught up in her thoughts of everything that has happened since being here. Um, so she, strangely enough, is perceptive at the moment, despite being in her own thoughts.
Okay. Lashara, you and Bilratar, as you're going and looking around, you suddenly have this strange moment where you're like, you feel like you both like kind of forgot something. Like something's just on the tip of your memory, but you just, oh God, what was it? You look at each other. And suddenly,
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
you suddenly remember. What is it that you remember?
Oh,
The
we
di- the
remember
dino-
that dinosaur.
The dino we ran from.
No, not the dinosaur.
That's
No?
what I remember. Um,
You remember the claw marks that were on the Aedara when you arrived.
yes.
You
Oh,
remember.
and the story
yeah, that's
about-
right.
And the story about the dragon that had taken over and chased the two things away.
A giant winged creature lands on top of the gates, angered by your presence here with a scintillating prismatic array of scales. With venomous fangs and a terrifying roar, it prepares to lunge into battle and attack the interlopers. But that is a battle for another time. And
Yay. Ooh, he's cool.
yeah, he is very cool. Let me see if I got a better
He's
picture.
very
of him.
cool.
Oh, I think I have a better picture of him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's a Castrovellian juggle dragon, or is a
Juggle
doctor. It cut off the AKE, so it's like doctor.
Yeah, no, it is quite cool.
Oh, he's so cool.
He is
Yeah, he's
very
awesome.
cool.
He's very cool.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. I still plan on doing Curse of the Crimson Throne, but again, my cough is being annoying, so it'll depend on how we go. But very, very happy to be here. Thank you so much for those of you who donated to the stream and who helped us get 17% already to
Your
through-
survival check.
Thank you. Yes, through our survival check, and yeah, hopefully we'll get to see more of you guys and embark on a ton of other adventures over the course of this month. So stay tuned, follow the space, do the whole thing. My name's Michael. Stay safe, stay kind, be wonderful, and until we meet again, as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying, because Neil did. He definitely did. He died being very trying.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see your faces later on. Bye, guys. And for the record, to be clear, can we just give a quick round of applause? Neil, thank you for being such a wonderful sport. And honestly, Arsini was a very, very fun character, and seeing so much of the growth from having flesh to not having flesh to all of the things. Truly spectacular. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing his story with us. Truly a pleasure, my friend.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Aw,
All
thank
right,
you
we're going
guys.
now. All right. Bye, guys. I tell
everyone.
people this all the time. I'm only mean to Neil pretending, right? I love Neil and his characters and stuff. So, there you go. All right.
I love Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.